Welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Bamos Dissects. I hope you guys are well. I hope everything is moving on well. Well, yet another weekend here of sports. We have interesting action across Europe. We've had interesting action in the Uganda Premier League. Of course, KCCA beating Chitara FC and showing them that they aren't the Baliba Chitalo the way they think they are. Of course, the Fox in the box, Derek Insibambi getting on the score sheet back into KCCA. Interesting one to watch. Well, this weekend we have a lot of pretty interesting matches to watch in Europe. We have a big one in Spain, we have a big one in Germany, we have a big one in England, and then maybe in France. Of course, Marseille continues to be dominant inside there. Well, for those of you that are new on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Well, we like to start from the English Premier League because that's where the fire is. Well, in the English Premier League, we'll be talking about Spurs, Man United, but take nothing away from the other games that are taking place. Newcastle take on Man City. Well, Newcastle, fresh from losing Rodri to an injury ACL. Well, it will be very painful for them because Man City had they loses games with Rodri on the pitch. We'll see how that goes for them. Well, they face Newcastle. Newcastle is a pretty decent side in the Premier League, but well, things have not been moving. Well, they started the season on a high, and then they came on at Fulham and everything crumbled. We don't want to think that that performance there will maybe disorganize everything they've been cooking for the season. But they've had a Man City side that managed to snatch a draw from Arsenal the last time out. A 90 plus 5 minutes equalizer from John Stones. Well, Arsenal thought they had actually gotten the points inside there after getting a red card. We'll talk about that red card later. But I didn't deem that red card fit for Leandro Trossard. Well, there's a lot of stuff about Michael Oliver being corrupt and all that. Well, Man City and all this oil money. That will be a discussion for another day. Well, Newcastle take on Man City. Man City, well, Pep began playing the mind games and said everyone hates Man City and all that. But this will be an interesting clash for them at a time when they've lost very many players. De Bruyne is out. Rodri is out. Erling Haaland is still scoring goals. That's a good thing for them. But it will be interesting to see how Guardiola comes through and takes out one. Manchester United is scoring his first goal for the club last time out. Doku scoring a goal again in one of the trophies, the English trophies. So I think their confidence will be boosted. Alexander Isak fluffed his lines against Fulham. I hope he gets back on the score sheet. My direct prediction for you guys here would be both teams to score. Man City likes to leak in a goal there. Arsenal takes on Leicester City. Well, they'll be boosted by the return of Mikel Merino. We can't be sure if he's going to start that game, but I think that will be a nice person to watch in the middle. I think they need some creativity with Odegaard out. They struggled against Man City. There wasn't like a clear spark inside there. Yeah? Well, they faced Leicester City. Even when Leicester City was winning the Premier League all those years ago, they have been finding it hard to beat Arsenal. The time they won the Premier League with their 1-0s and Jamie Vardy, Arsenal was always the problem. But Arsenal taking on Leicester City. Leicester City has struggled in the Premier League since they returned. Well, of course, Vardy is still leading their line in fight there. Well, you normally expect a goal from him, but I don't see it coming for Leicester City inside here. I'll give you guys an Arsenal win. I don't want to be direct on the figure, but an Arsenal win for you. Chelsea takes on Brighton. Brighton has been impressive this season, yeah. Well, Danny Welbeck becoming the first man to score a free kick this Premier League season. And I think Danny Welbeck begins to answer his critics as he grows older. Chelsea is actually a team on fire, yeah? Take nothing away from them. Christopher Koko hat-trick. Last time out, João Felix is doing nutmegs, is doing stuff on his boys. Well, Cole Palmer always reliable. And then, well, I think I like to call him Macarena because his name disturbs me, the Chelsea coach. I think he's probably cooking something inside there. My Chelsea guys have been telling me, do you think this is the season where they compete? I don't think Chelsea has gotten there yet. I don't think. It's too early to call. I want to see Chelsea playing against the big dogs inside there. But when Chelsea takes on Brighton, this game also has to be like a both teams to score, yeah? Because aside from being impressive on the attack, I still do not trust their defense. Is still criminal a bit. But I think Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez have been clicking a lot of spots inside there. And then Nicholas Jackson is a man on fire. I think ever since John Obi Mikel came out to criticize him and all that, he's been trying to answer critics. Well, the last time out, he scored He scored a Trivela inside there. I like players that use that Trivela. But expect both teams to score on this one, yeah. But a Chelsea X Nicolas Jackson goal inside there. When you're to get into Germany, like I said, there's a big game inside there. There is a before we head to Germany, Man United takes on Spurs. Man United hasn't beaten Spurs in like 2 seasons, yeah. It's been struggling very many times. Man United goes to the Spurs Stadium and they play a lot of good football, but they don't come out with a result. Man United goes into the Europa League, they play good football, they do everything, and then they go to bed, yeah. Been criticizing, they've been criticizing Christian Eriksen for giving that away, and yet he had a stellar performance inside that one. But I think this Man United team, everyone needs to have character inside there. You don't find someone running around the pitch and then he gets to beat maybe your midfielders and defenders when all the other boys are chilling. I think this Man United side, I think needs like, I don't know, I don't want to say they need like military training or something, but these boys need to step up, yeah. You can't keep being run and not making the points, because losing 2 points every week is not something that's going to boost the boys. Well, I personally think that I still think Eric Ten Hag is still selfish on his decision making, yeah. But then against Tottenham Hotspurs, I expect, this is just what I think. I think a Man United side that has a Rasmus Højlund leading the line and maybe a Zaxe doing a free roam, maybe behind the striker, will be something nice to watch, because Zaxe has nice hold up play. I think every decision that he makes inside that Man United side is actually very deadly and it unlocks very many people. He's unlocked Rashford. Well, Bruno Fernandes, I don't even want to talk about him. Normally call him Captain Fantasy, but I think everyone needs to compete for their positions in this team. And I think, well, Christian Eriksen maybe should be given the nod inside that creative position, maybe to unlock maybe an Ugarte and a Mino. Get Ugarte sit inside there, make maybe Mino patrol inside there. Let Bruno maybe come off the bench. Because I think these players ought to know that you don't, because you're the captain, it doesn't mean you have to play time in and time out, yeah? So I personally think Zaxe playing in behind the striker would be something nice to watch. Yeah. And I think Rashford should again start from the bench. Let Garnacho start from the left. Let Ahmad start on the right. Let the team cook. For Spurs, well, Spurs has been impressive. Yeah. Brennan Johnson, ever since he was criticized by Spurs fans and all that, he scored 3 goals in 3 games. Yeah. And now, when players like this begin scoring goals, it's really scary for an opponent. Dominic Solanke back from injury. He's also scored back to back with some assists inside there. I think for Man United, that's not a good thing to watch, because the last time Solanke was in Bournemouth, he left Man United for dead. Yeah. Well, that game ended in a draw, but Man United felt that game. Of course, the defender that Man United sold to Villarreal were left for dead. His Kambwala. His season was put to bed that day. Yeah. Well, I think in Tottenham has a very solid defense. I like Tottenham because they have Christian Romero very many times. I think a defensive partnership in Argentina of Romero and Lisandro Martinez would just be, I don't know, it would be blood. It would be like butchery, because these guys are too aggressive. Yeah. Man United, Spurs, I give you guys both teams to score inside there. Yeah. And then when we get to the big one in Germany, Bayern Munich is taking on Leverkusen. Bayern Munich has been free scoring the whole season. They scored 9, they scored 6. I don't know, they're putting everyone to bed easily. And then the partnership of Michael Olise and Harry Kane should be something that you guys keep your eyes on. They face Leverkusen. Leverkusen still has a thing for scoring goals in the 90 plus minutes. Of course, Victor Boniface turning out as the winner the last time they played. And well, Bayern Munich has 4 wins in 4 games. And then Leverkusen actually got its first loss in like a year in the German Bundesliga 2 game weeks ago. Well, this will be an interesting game to watch, because last season Leverkusen bossed all these fixtures, washed Bayern Munich 3-0, and then they drew 2-2. Well, I think this will be a new tie. This will be a different tie to watch, because I think there's something that company is cooking with Bayern Munich. Yeah, when you get Serge Gnabry cooking spots, when you get Jamal Musiala scoring goals week in week out, Michael Olise, Harry Kane, all these boys are cooking spots. Yeah, you might not even think that Bayern Munich has other players inside there. You can't even know which other players are sitting and setting the pace inside there. And then Leverkusen, the coach has also done some transfers inside there. He switched things a bit. I think take nothing away from Florian Wirtz. Patrick Schick has not yet clicked. He has not yet begun scoring goals. But I think this is a big season for Victor Boniface, because Last season, he was out injured for a long period of time and he came back into the team and began scoring. If I was giving you guys a prediction for this one, that's an outright over 2.5. Yeah, but both of these teams have to score because these two teams play, I think, some of the most threatening and attacking football in Europe. So keep your eyes locked on that one. Well, if I just take you guys to Turkey a bit, yeah, if I was giving you guys a straight win in Turkey, I'd give you guys a Galatasaray win. I can't mention the team they're playing against. Yeah, the pronunciation is that, but that's a Galatasaray win. When we get into the Spanish La Liga, the big one is that the Real Madrid takes on Atletico Madrid. Well, bad news for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe is out injured. Well, I think we'll miss the penalties. He's been scoring week in, week out. He's out for 3 weeks. But of course, take nothing away from, well, like I said, coaches know how to unlock players. Carlo Ancelotti went and took out Vinicius, brought him off the bench. And Vinicius came off the bench and began cooking spots. Yeah. So I think this will be time for Arda Güler maybe to come through and cook some spots for Real Madrid as a starter. Vinicius and Rodri and Bellingham is there. Atletico Madrid has begun picking points. The boys have begun coordinating. Julian Alvarez, of course, scoring a 90th minute winner. Last time out during midweek, yeah? And now, for people that were calling him 007 and what, for Julian Alvarez, I think he went to Atletico Madrid to cook spots as a striker. He wants to play as the center forward for the team. He wants to cook spots. And then Conor Gallagher, I think he has been one of the most impressive signings for Atletico Madrid. He's been scoring a goal at least every game week with an assist. Instead, this will be a pretty impressive game because this is going to be a game of attack-minded versus the bus. Yeah, but well, I also expect both of these two teams to score because Real Madrid has also been criminal defensively. Yeah, but of course, if Real Madrid wants to set the pace in this game, if you get Valverde to like champion that midfield and all those battles, it will be something nice to watch. But that's both teams to score for you from the Spain thingy. When you go into Germany again, some of the other games I'd give you, Leipzig is playing Augsburg. Leipzig it's been up and down, up and down. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. But I'll give you guys a Leipzig X because usually they like to put people's hopes high and then they make a draw inside there. When you go to Italy, Udinese playing Inter Milan. That's an Inter Milan win for you. Roma is back after sacking the coach, after sacking the Rossis. They've been making points. They face Venezia. That's a Roma win for you guys inside there. And then when you get back to America, well, I've been following Inter Miami. Inter Miami is playing Charlotte. The last time we called a win for them and they drew, right? But this time they face Charlotte. Of course, Messi and Neymar back, Messi and Suarez back into this side. I'll give you guys an outright Inter Miami win. There's no thinking about it too much, yeah? When you go into the Uganda Premier League, like I said, URA is taking on Imbara City. Imbara City has flattered to deceive for, I think, the last 2 seasons, yeah? I think URA has to cook this side. Been following URA. Shout outs to my guy, Joshua Song, the one inside there. Because it was pretty nice to see him captaining the URA side for the first game of the season. And I think sky's the limit for the main man inside there. I think URA takes Imbara City, Imbara FC to the sword in that one, yeah? And then Express. Well, Express has both signings, yeah? It's both Said Cheyune. It has both Mustafa Chizito inside there. I think this will also be a win for them this weekend. Yeah. Well, I think we need to champion Ugandan sport recently. I think you guys need to buy yourselves a Uganda Cranes jersey. You need to buy yourselves a jersey from one of the teams in Uganda Cranes. Of course, Ava cooking a jersey for Stolito Bright Stars inside there. I think that will be something nice for you guys to watch. Go out there, support Ugandan football, champion Ugandan football inside there. Then just to make it a solid again. In another game that I forgot to add for you, Barcelona takes on Osasuna. And it's interesting to see that Barcelona has an odd of 1.5. Barcelona has won all its games in the Spanish La Liga, yeah? And then, of course, they've been free scoring. Robert Lewandowski has rediscovered goal scoring from Rafinha. You can't talk about Rafinha on this Barcelona side and you just chill because he's been scoring week in, week out. Yamal, sensational talent. Take nothing away from the boy. I think coming into the Spanish La Liga last season as a 17-year-old and cooking all these spots is a lot of work. So I think that will be like the best odd for you guys if you're trying to like gather all your odds and put them together. That Barcelona win will be automatic for your Atletico Bilbao. I'll give you guys a go for Atletico Bilbao inside there. Will definitely come through with a goal. France, France, Marseille is, I think, taking on Strasbourg. For Marseille these days, I don't have a lot of stuff to say. Yeah, because the last time they played, they won 3-2 against Lyon. Of course, the celebration that the guys did inside there and running to deserve it. When teams begin celebrating like that with their head coaches, it shows that there's cooking a lot of sports inside there. So I'll give you guys a Marseille win inside there. So just to wrap this up, there's teams that I'm very sure about picking wins this game week that I think you guys should keep your eyes on. It's a Marseille win. Take a Marseille win. Take a Marseille win. Take a Galatasaray win. Take a Marseille win. Galatasaray win. Liverpool is taking on Wolves. That's an automatic Liverpool win. Expect. Of course, Luis Diaz is on the form of his life to put in a goal inside there. Stellar performance expected from him. So that's a Liverpool win as well. When you get into France, like I said, that's a Marseille win. When you get into Italy, that's an Inter Milan win. When you get into Germany, Wolfsburg is taking on Stuttgart. That's a Stuttgart win for you. And then I think those are maybe some of the sure wins I might give you guys. Aside from that, enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Be kawa. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That should be some of the things of the agenda. We're trying to work on something to cook. Maybe every 2 times a week. We're still working on it, but again, thank you guys for subscribing, liking, and doing everything. Stay safe, say kawa, vamos. We go again.